Before I was diagnosed with breast cancer, I had just gotten engaged. So I was going to plan a wedding, go back to teaching, and just continue normal life. And then my best friend called me and said that she had felt a lump in her breast. So immediately I said, come pick me up. I'm going with you to the doctor. We were driving down 495 and she was feeling the lump, and she said, you feel it. So I felt the lump. And, I said to her, everyone has lumps and bumps and it's totally normal. We're young, we're cystic. I said, I'm sure I could find one if I dug hard enough. So I'm digging in myself. I kept digging and I said, oh wait, here's something. It feels like what you have. So she felt mine. Meanwhile, we're giving like all the truck drivers a show on the highway. And she felt mine. She said, oh yeah, it feels very similar. So we looked at each other and kind of smiled and reassured each other that we're fine. I mean, what are the chances of both of us, 34 years old, having breast cancer? So we go to her doctor. She has an ultrasound. Turned out totally fine. So then I said, okay, I'm probably fine. And then about a month later, my fiance and I decided that we wanted to try to have a baby, which would be my second child. And I go to my OB, and she said, there's nothing there. I said, no, there is, keep feeling. I said, it's about 12 o'clock in the right breast. She said, oh yeah, I do feel something. It's totally fine, nothing to worry about. I said, well, should I wait to get pregnant or should I just get pregnant now if it's fine? She said, don't wait to get pregnant, start trying now, but I'll give you a prescription to go get an ultrasound if it'll clear your head. So I said, okay. So I put that on my desk thinking, all right, she's not worried about it. I get pregnant right away and I went for the ultrasound just to clear my head. I was staring at it like every day next to my bed. And I said, let me get it checked. So I went, I got a call 30 minutes later. It looks suspicious. You need to go in and do a biopsy. I remember the doctor called and she said, are you with your mom? Because my mom had come from Maryland to be with me when all this started. And I said, no, I'm walking on the street. And the doctor said, hang up with me. I'm going to call you back in 5 minutes when you're with your mom. And I said, great, okay. And I remember I go upstairs and I sit on the bed, I put her on speaker and she said, I have some bad news, unfortunately. Your tumor is malignant. And I literally passed out on the bed, passed out. But I just remember thinking, oh my gosh, I'm gonna die. Like that was my first thought was, I'm gonna die. I mean, you think cancer. Initially I thought, okay, I'm not gonna be here for my daughter. And that to me was the scariest part. Like I was jealous of my friends that didn't have kids at that point because I'm like, God, she's like my life. And that's all I thought about was like, I need to be there for her. I need to be there for her. I had the choice if I wanted to keep the pregnancy or if I wanted to have an abortion. And I chose that I had to think about myself first because I already have, at the time, a 5-year-old daughter and I needed to be there for her. So I basically had a D&C May 7th and a double mastectomy on May 10th. So it wasn't the best week of my life. It was a rough week. And then I did 8 rounds of chemotherapy, of ACT, which to be honest, I mean, you watch movies, you watch television shows, and all you see is people throwing up, so pale, bald, just, they look like they're on their deathbed. And so that's how I pictured myself, not being able to do anything with my daughter, not even being able to walk my dog. And I have to tell you, after each treatment, my mom and I would go shopping. I was taking pictures while I was sitting in the chemo chair, and I'm not gonna say it was fun, but it was not at all what I expected. And that's what I think from 5 under 40, I feel like I'm able to get this to the other young girls. And I mean, that's the scariest part. You don't know what to expect. But I really want to show them that you can look okay, you can get a nice wig, you can put like headbands or bandanas and cover the netting if, make it look real and pencil in your eyebrows and, and just, you can look like a normal person. I remember the day that I went to shave my head because I chose to shave my head before I actually lost my hair. So I came home, I put my wig right on, and my daughter said to me, Mommy, when I went to take off your wig, take off your wig. And I said, no, Hayden, I haven't even looked yet. Like, I was even too scared to look. And she said, take it off, I want to see. And I was like, no. And she pulled like the wig off my head, and she was like, oh my gosh, Mommy, I can't believe that you would think you're not beautiful. And she was like, you are so beautiful, Mom, and don't ever for 1 second think that you're not beautiful. And then she said, wait, Mommy, you would look beautiful with Band-Aids all over your head, or pink hair, or blue hair. So like, you think that they're going to be like so scared, but she was really okay with it. Reoccurrence is my biggest fear, but I try to think of it as like I'm being thrown back out there, and I'm just like a normal person living, and hopefully it doesn't happen. But if it does, I get checked every 3 months, now 6 months. I won't want to say I'm lucky for getting breast cancer, obviously. Sometimes I feel like, well, now I'm really being watched. So if anything does happen, I'm going to find it, and I'm going to find it early. 5 Under 40 has really helped me. You have your friends from the past. I have like the most amazing friends in the world, but they don't emotionally really know what you're going through. And when I met these other girls, I just felt like so safe, and I felt like I was going to be okay. I mean, look at these girls. They're all beautiful, smart, successful girls, and they haven't stopped their lives.